Who's and what's and why's and wherefores. Here you'll find your what-nots and therefores. So come on along, let's find out what's going on. Where's and when's and who's and what's it's. No matter what your taste, you can trust it's the place where you can find all your new Disney news. Where's and when's and who's and what's it's. No matter what you taste, you can trust it's the place where you can find all your new Disney news.
Welcome to the current events as of September 30th, 2022.
Hey, all right. This is our host, Lynn. He's here, and
I am here. Yes.
And I am his co-host, Ken Pellman. I like to think of myself as a special guest star, kind of like Heather Locklear. You know, even though I'm here all the time, I just like to, just call me the special guest star.
Sounds more important that way, I guess. But
yeah, it's special. But we are covering current events at Disneyland for the last couple of weeks, and we do that every other week. And then the other weeks we cover a main topic on the podcast. Mm-hmm. So the last main topic we had the conclusion of our Jungle Cruise Skipper Roundtable, so go back and listen to that episode if you haven't heard it yet. I think that was 343. Mm-hmm. And next time we'll have Jeff Bayham talking about Haunted Mansion merchandise and books and stuff like that. So, But who are we, Lynn? Who are we?
We are the Sweet Spot Podcast, but we're also former Disneyland Custodial cast members, and we have the number one Disneyland podcast hosted by two former Disneyland custodians. And I also wanted to mention something since we're talking about that. We are featured again in the unofficial guide for Disneyland 2023 came out the other day. And we are featured in there for best Disney podcasts. So I don't know if we're number one, but we're one of three they list there. So
number one. Yes.
That's not bad. So if you happen to have that, or I think we're in the last couple ones too. So that was awesome. So I want to thank everyone over there for including us.
People come bring those up to me and want me to autograph them.
But I just wanted to mention that.
Speaking of autographing, we do have Disneyland books for people. We've co-authored two of them.
We do. We have our book series called Cleaning the Kingdom. We have 2 books out. You can get those on our website signed by both of us. You can check that out. You can get both for a good deal, or individually you could buy each one. If you have one and you need to get the other to complete your collection. Also, for a limited time, we have both books on audio. It's Ken reading the books, our books, Cleaning the Kingdom, and they're really neat. So they come in a box. You can see them on our website. You go to thesweepspot.com and you can check those out. They come in a little box, and they're very nice looking, customized. So and those will be signed by both of us also. So you can buy those. You can get both for a good deal, or you can get they're a good deal regardless, I think. But you can get those on our website while supplies last. Yeah.
You did a good job with those. People are impressed when they see those. There's people who want to copy that idea, for their own books and stuff.
Yeah.
So good going, Lynn.
All right.
But
I think that's all we have at the moment.
So we're going to get into the current events then, huh?
Let's do it. Yeah.
All right. So there's just so much to talk about this time. Lots of late-breaking news over the last couple of weeks. As we knew from D23, Magic Band Plus is on its way, and the official Disney Parks blog checked in with that, and they said Magic Band Plus features and experiences revealed for Disneyland Resort coming this fall. And Jessica Pineda over there at their official blog put that out, and she says, launched at Walt Disney World Resort earlier this summer, Magic Band Plus is a next-generation wearable that enables you to see and feel park experiences in a new way, thanks to smart features like color-changing LED lights, haptic vibrations, and I think I had some haptic vibrations when I ate the wrong thing one time. But anyway, and gesture recognition. Available in a glowing assortment of designs and colors, Magic Band Plus offers another opportunity to show off your personal style in the parks. It's also rechargeable with the included charging cable and waterproof, keeping the fun going and going. When Magic Band Plus is paired to a smartphone device through the Disneyland app, it unlocks personalization options such as selecting unique light colors and adjusting the vibration and motion recognition settings. So, all right. And
Nice.
They do say that at launch, this wearable will boast a host of convenient capabilities, with more to come in the future. Connect your Magic Band Plus to your theme park ticket or Magic Key Pass in the Disneyland app for an easy way to enter the Disneyland Resort theme parks. As they say, valid park admission and reservations required. Or use it to check in at Lightning Lane entrances.
Nice.
After capturing precious memories with a Disney PhotoPass photographer, a tap of your band links the photos to your Disney account. Magic Band Plus also adds new immersive elements and surprises to park experiences. In sync with special moments during select nighttime spectaculars, your band will complement the magic in the skies by pulsing with colorful dancing lights and vibrations. Magic Band Plus will come to life during World of Color in DCA and Fantasmic over on the Disneyland side. So there you go. It's what do you think, Lynn?
Well, I've never. Have you ever used the Magic Band?
I don't. I've used a Magic Band, but see that I don't think that was Magic Band Plus. That was just Magic Band.
But the same concept, yeah.
It's Magic Band Plus builds upon Magic Band,
right?
Yes.
So I think it'll be interesting to see. I just don't know. You know, a lot of people at first thought, I don't think it's going to go over well at Disneyland because it's a locals park. But yeah, I don't think that's 100% true. I don't think it's a locals park. I think that they have a lot of annual pass holders, but I also think that there's a lot of people that go there, you know, from out of state, even within state. But I don't know. I mean, even if they are, because they're reusable, so even if you are an annual pass holder, you could just buy one. I think, you know, they're reasonably cheap, and you could just buy one. You'd always be able to use it, you know. Well, not always, but for a while, right? So I think it's something that will catch on, especially, you know, with different designs and things they have. People will gravitate towards those sort of things, I think.
Yeah, I think it'll. I think, you know, the people who want it will get it, and if they find it more convenient than not having it, then more people will get it.
I just don't know. Like you talked about the lights, you know, like with the shows and stuff. I mean, remember they tried that? That was a while back, but they tried that with the Mickey ears. Remember, and they would light up in the. That didn't go over so well. I mean, it didn't catch on, I don't think, as much as they thought it would. And this
Yeah.
might be kind, and that's like up in the air. So that was for other people to also enjoy. Like if you know, were in a crowd of a whole bunch of those, that would be neat to see. But people have their hands, usually down by their waist, or I don't know. It'd be interesting to see
Right.
how that works. But
Get your hands in the air. Wave your hands in the air. Let me see your
yeah.
magic band. Yeah.
Well, I think it's neat. It's another convenience if people don't want to pull their phones out all the time for fast, through fast pass. I always say fast pass, but Genie Plus or whatever. Different things, you could. But at Disney World, didn't it have like if you were gonna buy something at a store or something, they would just scan the. Yeah, I don't think that's part of this yet.
Not yet. Well, they didn't. They didn't tout that yet. So.
Right.
Getting into your hotel room and all that stuff is supposedly coming later.
Right.
I think it's most useful at something like the water parks, because if you don't want to carry around a wallet or a smartphone or whatever, you can, or your smartphone's in a protective pouch.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's just easier, let me pay by using my wrist here,
Yeah, I think it'll be good.
We shall see what happens when it's here, and of course, the Mice Chat also has coverage of that. So if you want to see what they have to say about it, you can click on through. By the way, as always, all these stories are going to be on our website at thesweepspot.com. We have a place for our current events show notes there. Russell gets them on there, so. Yeah. So you can read the whole story and not just the parts that I care about. So now I know you've been waiting for this, and the official Disney Parks blog also has a story from Valerie Lee that says celebrate Hispanic and Latin American Heritage Month at Disneyland Resort. Mm-hmm. Now, see, it's not a calendar month. It started mid-September and it runs through mid-October. So it's not like the month of September or the month of October. And as they say here, join us as we celebrate Hispanic and Latin American Heritage Month now through October 15th, 2022 at the Disneyland Resort. Enjoy a vibrant mix of cultural festivities, arts and crafts, entertainment, specialty food and drinks, and a whole lot of fun. So they mentioned that there's music, to listen and dance to Hispanic and Latin American bands in the evenings at Downtown Disney Live Stage. And they also say, chart your culinary course by checking out the Hispanic and Latin American Heritage Month Foodie Guide on the Disney Parks blog, with items featured in Disneyland Park, DCA, and at Downtown Disney. Enjoy tasty bites from the Latina-owned food trucks, Kiki's Cuban Food. And that's beginning at 3 p.m. daily near Downtown Disney Live Stage through October 16th. So, food and music, and there's also some merchandise. They say, throughout the resort, you may scoop up Encanto and Coco merchandise. So there you go. Exciting stuff. And, what I'm really waiting for, which I think is really going to bring the house down, is Albanian Heritage Month, which that is going to be something to behold. So, seriously, reading this makes my mouth water. It makes me hungry. Yeah. Makes me hungry, so I think I'm going to move on. So speaking of being hungry, here's a story in the Orange County Register from Jennifer Tanaka. It says, Disneyland opens new Eudora's Chic Boutique featuring Tiana's Gourmet Secrets. So this is a new store in New Orleans Square. It opened on September 20th. The shop, which is located next to Blue Bayou and across from the Crystal d'Orleans store, it's inspired by the Walt Disney Animation Studios film The Princess and the Frog. It acts as an extension of the story and imagines what the princess would do next after opening her dream restaurant. The shop is intended as a collaboration between Tiana and her dressmaker mother, Eudora. So, yeah, the boutique features apparel, accessories, and housewares. So there's a new store. It's not like physically new, like it was, the space was there, but the store itself, redecorated, renamed, all that stuff. So.
That space has been used for a lot of things over the years.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's either that or add on, and they're not going to add on, well, they did with Star Wars, but,
yeah.
Now Laughing Place also covers that, so if you want to get, see some pictures, see some video, click on through to see that.
Yeah.
Now, there's some work going on with the hotels. And as Laughing Place reports, retheme of Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel ramps up as Pixar Place Hotel transformation continues. This is the hotel, of course, that was originally, before Disney got it, it was the Emerald. That's what I think it was built as, and then it became the Pan Pacific, and then Disney Pacific, and the Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel, and now it's going to be this Pixar thing. So as part of the recently announced transformation of Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel into the Pixar Place Hotel, the hotel will be undergoing refurbishments that may take place during upcoming visits. Disney's Paradise Pier Hotel has ensured that while they work, the comfort and enjoyment of guests visiting the hotel is their top priority. Hotel amenities, including the direct entrance for hotel guests into DCA, will continue to remain open. To minimize any disruptions, work with the highest potential for noise will be limited to daylight hours. Guests will also have access to dining and recreation at the other Disneyland Resort hotels, which of course are the Grand Californian and the original Disneyland Hotel. So that's getting a retheme, and that's coming along, and it's being transformed into the Pixar Place Hotel, and will celebrate the artistry of the films of Pixar Animation Studios. The hotel will weave the artistry of Pixar into its comfortable contemporary setting. So I could see kids, if somebody's a big Pixar fan, I could totally see that being, that's where I want to stay. I want to stay. Kind of like it's, if you think about the all-star hotels at Walt Disney World that have some iconic architecture. And also included in the story, a Southern California local favorite, Great Maple, will open a flagship restaurant on the first floor and operate other food and beverage locations throughout Pixar Place Hotel. So that's cool.
I don't know much about them, but it sounds good.
Yeah, well, great. It's Great Maple, so that's, it's got to be great.
It's in the name.
It's not Lousy Pine or anything like that.
Yeah.
So now the original Disneyland Hotel is also getting some work, and there's some photos at Laughing Place for that. It's Disneyland Hotel DVC Tower construction update and new color scheme. So the Disneyland Hotel is currently undergoing a renovation that is updating the look of the hotel ahead of the debut of the new Disney Vacation Club Tower. So there you go. You've got your reservations for the Vacation Club Tower, right, Lynn?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you're not going to stay on property, here's some news for you. This is from the Orange County Register, from a writer there known by the name of Staff Report. Okay, wow. Must have been tough getting through school with that name. So Staff Report tells us that it says real estate news, Days Inn near Disneyland sells after 39 years without renovation. How's that for a headline? They haven't renovated this hotel in 39 years.
We're so good, we don't need to do renovation.
I'm sure that's their position. As it says, the 44-room Days Inn by Wyndham near Disneyland has sold for $8.6 million. Is that all? I could have bought it. Geez.
Wow.
Yeah. The hotel is at 1030 West Mall Road at the northwest corner of Disneyland Drive, and it has not been renovated since it was built in 1983. Amenities include free breakfast and Wi-Fi, on-site parking, and coin-operated laundry rooms. What about an arcade with, like, Tron or something? Anyway, the
VHS
company,
players in the room. Yeah.
yeah, there you go. They did not identify the buyer, only describing the investor as an Orange County-based real estate syndication group. Wonder if that means I wonder if this is a way of saying Disney bought it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of interesting. I wonder, but I didn't think about that until right about now, but days in, days out, whatever, the Candy Cane Inn is of course being, they've been renovated. They're not just resting on their laurels. They're renovating.
They're not waiting. Yeah.
So Candy Cane Inn will eventually reopen, but
yeah.
So now MiceChat.com has some updates as always. They have an update from Nathan Viamore, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's Disneyland update, Halloween treats and traffic tricks. And that is from September 19th. And as he says here in the intro, it's finally starting to feel like fall. The oppressive daytime heat is beginning to dissipate. Nights are getting chilly, and the Halloween decor no longer feels out of place. But with the bait of big Halloween entertainment and events comes big crowds, long lines, and some very confusing traffic patterns. We'll take a look at the impact of Halloween on the resort. Plus, there's an array of stories from around the parks, including Disneyland Hotel's Hojo moment, more fake turf rolls out, a new light in Walt's window causes a stir, construction projects galore, and some things to keep an eye on. So that's intriguing. And so if you want to see that, those are always really heavy with pictures. So click through to see that. Go to the sweepspot.com and we'll link to it. And there's another Disneyland update, and this one comes from the writer Mice Chat staff. So I don't know if they know the writer from the Orange County Register, but this update is from September 26th, and it's falling, scaling, plans derailing. And as whoever this person is says, fall has officially arrived, but someone forgot to tell the weatherman it will be oppressively hot again this week in Anaheim. Well, that's thankfully starting to get behind us now. But that's not the only issue the resort will deal with this week. There's a big change landing at the resort for cast members, which could cause some additional staffing issues for a while as things shake out. Of course, I think they're talking about the attendance policy. Maintenance issues continue to pop up in strange places, and we share all the latest construction, refurbishments, and park news. All right. Well, as I said, those will all be on our website. Click through to see them. And do you have any renovations for us, Lynn?
I do.
All right.
So Matterhorn bobsleds have currently closed, but they're going to reopen October 14th.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. Tarzan's Treehouse, no return date. But they're still calling it Tarzan's Treehouse on the app.
Interesting. So. Very interesting.
It's a Small World closes for the holiday overlay October 24th and returns November 11th.
All right.
That's pretty quick. That's what, 2 weeks, something like that.
They're getting that down to, like, they have so much experience doing that now.
Yeah. Monsters Inc. over at DCA is closed November 1st, and the calendar didn't show any return date, but that could be, it could be returning in a few days. After the calendar only went out to, as of today, it only went out to November 11th. So,
okay.
Yeah, it could be returning after that. Then we have Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. Closes November 1st and returns on the 11th. So that's just to probably take down all the Halloween, from the Oogie Boogie Bash stuff there. So that's all I have.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's always changing. There's always something new happening, and then something closing, something reopening, something getting transformed. And can you keep up with all the changes? What's open? What's not? Can you get reservations? What are the rules? Well, why not book with Concierge? Concierge.com is the place to go to get your next Disney getaway vacation planned out. So they specialize in Disney destinations, and it won't cost you any more than planning your vacation on your own, but it'll take away the stress and uncertainty. They have the answers to your questions because all they focus on is Disney. Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney's Aulani in Hawaii, and the Disney Cruise Line, Adventures by Disney, all of that. Whatever you want to go, whatever you want to do. So contact Concierge. There are magical vacation travel planning partners that they're at CONCIEARS.com. Go there, check them out. And what you do is you contact them, and when you go to book a travel package with them, such as a week on a Disney cruise, or you want to do a hotel stay and theme park tickets, that's a nice package to get. You do that, you book a package with them, you tell them that the Sweep Spot sent you, and they'll say, we have no idea who you're talking about. No, they'll say, well, thank you very much, and then you'll get a special gift. So that's Concierge at concierge.com, our magical vacation planning partners. And I do believe we have some word from them.
That's right. We have the D180 from Eric's going to bring us that, and that'll be up next.
Hello everyone, this is Eric Johnson with Concierge, and welcome to the D180. While Ken and Lynn cover all things Disneyland, in the D180 we take a spin around the rest of the Disney universe, and we do it in 180 seconds. Let's jump right in. We start our journey in Walt Disney World, where some relatively new favorites are returning to the Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios. Disney After Hours allows guests to visit these two parks for several hours at the end of the night. Once the main park hours are over, guests who purchase these tickets can stick around and enjoy significantly lower crowd levels. Cruise through queues and enjoy some of the park's most popular attractions. Sick of 2-hour waits for Seven Dwarfs Mine Train? Think you'd like Slinky Dog Dash a little better if that line were non-existent? These after-hours events are your ticket to mastering Disney World's greatest attractions in as little time as possible. Oh, and ice cream, popcorn, beverages, and other treats are included in the ticket price too. Speaking of tickets, this is definitely one of those hard ticket attractions we should be used to by now. Tickets go on sale starting October 7th. If you have reservations at a Disney World Resort hotel, you can buy early starting October 4th. Yes, it even counts if you're staying at the Swan and Dolphin or Shades of Green resorts. After Hours nights are currently scheduled select nights at Hollywood Studios from January 4th through April 19th, 2023. Magic Kingdom nights run January 9th through March 27th, 2023. A full list of dates and attractions is available on Disney World's site, but why not just call one of our concierges to walk you through it? I mean, even the prices change based on the park and the date. We'll make it a little bit easier for you. Disney World and the Disney Cruise Line ships on the eastern seaboard are still recovering from Hurricane Ian. It's always amazing to see these stories come out of natural disasters at Disney parks. I am sure guests who were there during the worst of the storm were kept safe and entertained even though they couldn't enjoy the parks. So let's head overseas a bit. We heard a lot about what the Asian parks have in store during the recent D23 Expo. Frankly, it's more than we have confirmed here in the American parks, but let's not worry about that. That's a different podcast. One of the projects that's the furthest along is the creation of a new Frozen-themed land in Hong Kong Disneyland. The mountains of Arendelle are taking shape, and so are the land's castles. Wandering Oaken's Sliding Sleighs, the first Frozen-themed roller coaster, will come online late next year. We can't wait to see this unique and new attraction and land. Hong Kong Disneyland started out as a budget park, but it's poised to be a new must-see destination for sure. And that's 180 seconds. I hope you enjoyed our quick spin around the rest of the Disney universe. If you would like to learn more about these Disney adventures or just have a few questions, please come on over. Visit the social media and websites of both the Sweep Spot and us, their official travel planners, concierges. We look forward to planning something special for you and your family. I'm Eric Johnson, and this has been your D180.
Okay, well, that is the conclusion of our current event show.
Thank you to concierge for updating us with the D180.
That's right.
And remember, the next main topic in a week from this episode is Jeff Bam, and that'll be worth listening to. It's some Haunted Mansion collecting and merchandise and stuff like that. So
yeah,
that's very, very fitting for the month of October.
Yeah, for sure. And if you'd like to leave us a review, we'd really appreciate it. It helps people find us, puts us higher in the search results when people look up Disneyland on Apple Podcasts. So if you can go over to iTunes, Apple Podcast app, and leave a review, we'll read it on the show, and it also helps us out. Don't forget, you can join our Patreon and get a bonus show once a month and be a part of the Current Events Live, which we do sometime in the middle of the month. So probably in about 2 weeks or something, we'll do the next one. So you don't want to miss out on that. If you can join the Patreon at thesweetspot.com or go to patreon.com and search The Sweet Spot. I think that'll do it. But you can get all this information always at our website, thesweetspot.com. All right. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk with you next week.
See ya.